Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason, aka J-Bone of the Ramblin' About Wrestling podcast, here to bring you my NXT number 269 episode review. A very special episode because it came from somewhere else than they usually do NXT from. The Full Sail University. Um, uh, where they do all the episodes from, every single episode. They stepped out of their little safe zone down in Florida and actually took the brand uh, north to Columbus, Ohio, where they had the Arnold Classic going on and did some shows up in Ohio there. I think one from Cleveland, one from Columbus, and they showed footage from both, but all the matches that they showed for this show were from Columbus. And before I get into like the results of the show, I gotta say the feel of this show. Watching, how they shot it from this theater setting and how the crowd reacted to the matches. It had a similar crowd to how they have down in Florida. The fans down in Florida, when they're in the Full Sail University, um, their home, um, they eat this stuff up. They love this brand. They're there. The crowd is there. You know, for these tapings all the time. It's sold out. Like that. And to see this crowd so many miles away, out of their safe zone. They sold out this show in like less than a half an hour, and I don't know how many people they had there. It was several hundred from what I heard. Um, and just, I'll tell you what it looked like. It looked like an old ECW show. Or it also had that feeling of, if you've ever seen footage of the Ring of Honor shows from the Hammerstein Ballroom, it had that feeling too. Um, Also where they, I think they did recent TNA episodes there too, but nonetheless, not going to get into that brand. Um, yeah, this this show just had a different feel to it. Made all the matches seem that much more special, almost like it was one of their special quarterly shows that they do, the 2 hour ones. It had that feel to it. Just because of the crowd was so vested in these matches, and maybe the matches weren't that great or that special. There were some unique rivalries in here, and some weren't so special, but the matches were great nonetheless, and that's why we love this brand, is because the wrestling is so good on NXT. So let's get into this. Like I said, it's from Columbus, Ohio. First match was from Kalisto versus Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze went over on this one. He won it with the beauty shot. Great match between these two. You got to, and I know I've mentioned this before in other NXT videos, talking about the tag team of Kalisto and Sin Cara. You got to wonder if they're going to split these guys up, or if they're going to keep them together when they bring them to the main roster. So it's interesting that they had Kalisto versus Tyler Breeze on this show, but it was a great match nonetheless. We also had, throughout this episode, like I said, they were at the Arnold Classic, and which is a sports entertainment kind of convention. Had the stuff from NXT there. They had a lot of bodybuilding stuff, related to Arnold Schwarzenegger himself, seeing as that's what he was, eons ago. and showed the NXT stars with kids, and showed them, visiting children in local hospitals and things like that. And it's so nice to see that they do community stuff with these guys from NXT. So refreshing, because all you hear about all the time is John Cena did this and John Cena did that. And God bless John Cena for doing what he does for children. I'm not knocking that, okay? I'm saying that that's all we ever hear about is John Cena. It's like, and that they send other wrestlers, other company personalities to these hospitals, to these special events to visit the children. And it was so refreshing to see that they do that with the guys from this brand too, from NXT. That they don't just do stuff down in Florida, that they do stuff all over the place. It was great and wonderful to see. Um, it, for all the negative stuff that you read about the WWE, here and there, not all the time, but here and there, like all the stuff that was negative with Bill DeMott, and you hear about what, the kids from this brand are doing, in other parts of the country now, for the kids. So it's wonderful to see. Then we had a match with Big Cass and versus Blake from the tag team of Blake and Murphy, tag champs. This is a fun rivalry that's building. That's eventually gonna end up with Enzo and Big Cass versus Blake and Murphy for the tag champs, NXT Tag Team Championships. And seeing this match in this crowd was a lot of fun, to see a crowd outside of the Full Sail University setting react to Big Cass and Enzo. Their shtick when they come out and talk about being a G and you can't teach that. And, their whole thing. It's so entertaining. It's so funny. I love these guys. I don't get bored with them. And for what they may lack with, in-ring experience here and there, certainly they make up for it with their charisma. Totally. I can't wait to see these guys when they come on TV. And Blake went over on this one, and kind of a surprising match, because it seemed like Big Cass was really gonna, tear him up and win this one. But yeah, Blake won this one. Great match though. And we saw footage of NXT woman coming soon, Dana Brooke, and it showed footage of her at the Arnold Classic doing some bodybuilding, a little bit of in-ring stuff, and it's funny to see this, because you see and hear things in the news about certain personalities getting hired, and starting their career down in NXT. And if they're not someone like Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens or Pac, Adrian Neville, or Sami Zayn, El Generico, one of those popular independent wrestling scene wrestlers, you hear about guys that used to be a football player per se, or a bodybuilder. So, this is certainly one of those homegrown talents that's going to be interesting to see how she does in the ring when she does debut. You can tell she came from a bodybuilding background, I'm not sure how much in-ring experience she actually has besides her training in NXT. If she has experience outside in the independents anywhere, I'll have to do a little research on that. But nonetheless, we get the promo that she's coming soon, and we'll have to see how she does. She certainly is gorgeous, so she's got that going for her. But obviously, she's going to need a lot more than that to make it in this industry. But we'll have to see. Next, we get a special match from the NXT Women's Champ Sasha Banks versus someone with they say the home field advantage. Alexa Bliss is from Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, I guess, and good match between these two. But I didn't like the ending. You know, if you've got someone with a hometown advantage, then you'd expect her to win and go over, pin them, make them submit, or something. But yeah, that's Sami Zayn calling me. Sorry, no. Where was I? Alexa Bliss. Yeah, she won by countout. Awkward, and but not good nonetheless. Good match, and then we get the announcement that Alexa Bliss is going to face um, Sasha Banks at the next episode for the women's championship. So that'll be good. It'll be interesting to see, how that goes. Um, not going to make any predictions or anything right now. Then last but certainly not least, we get the match between Kevin Owens and Alex Riley. This rivalry has been building for a few weeks now. Alex Riley's rage, to get back in the ring, to get noticed again, to get his wrestling career kick-started again, only to get pummeled by the NXT champ. Won by his power bomb. Kevin Owens just tore up Riley, and Finn Balor comes out at the end to rescue him. And as he gets chased off, I've seen gifs of this, for a week now. It's absolutely hilarious. As Kevin Owens is leaving the ring area, he gets one last stomp in really good on Riley, and I just found it absolutely hilarious. In fact, Kevin Owens even put the gif of that on Twitter himself, which I thought was funny. And so that was it for the episode. Kevin Owens won. Great to see this rivalry also between Kevin Owens and Finn Balor winning. Not winning. The rivalry expanding, growing. Can't wait till these two finally meet, which is actually in a few short days. Should be a great match. But it's not going to be one of their special episodes, I guess, unfortunately, which I think it should be, but we'll have to see what they do with it. Because it's WrestleMania week. We'll see what they do. And some other news that they got that just came out is that they're going to have a tournament of NXT guys at WrestleMania Access to decide an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal entrant. It's going to happen, looks like this Thursday. So in a few days, depending on when you're watching this week, the road to WrestleMania week, it's going to be Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze versus former NXT champion Adrian Neville, and last but certainly not least, Finn Balor. These guys are going to have, let's see where it says here in the article. it's confirmed WrestleMania Access, which is the year's biggest gathering of WWE fans, takes place at the San Jose Convention Center Thursday, March 26th. And it's probably going to be aired on the network. I'm hoping it is. So we'll have to see. But yeah, the winner of this is going to earn the right to compete in the second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, just days later at WrestleMania. So out of these four, wow. As much as I like guys like Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, I gotta think that it's gonna be Adrian Neville, because as far as I know, he's gonna be brought up to the main roster soon. Um, Probably soon after WrestleMania. So, if this is gonna be his main roster debut is at WrestleMania, that's gonna be great to see. So I'm gonna go with the prediction that it's going to be Adrian Neville. Now, I'm not predicting that he's going to win this, although that would be incredible. That'd be a hell of a way to debut on the main roster, is that, be kind of like a surprise entrant, because not everyone follows this brand. To make an impression like that, first match on the main roster, or not first match on the main roster. I shouldn't say that, because he's had matches on the main roster. They've had a few, here and there over the course of the last half year or so. He's been on TV once or twice, I believe. But as far as his big introduction to the main roster, that'd be quite a feat to win something like this. So I don't think he's going to do that, but it'd be nice to see. All four of these guys, great wrestlers. So that's it for this one. Can't wait to see who ends up in WrestleMania, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal match. So yeah, the next episode is going to feature Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor. Can't wait to see that one. Thanks for watching, guys.